So if you're watching this video right now, it's very likely that you and I both have something in common, and that's that we like stacking physical precious metals like silver, gold, platinum, or palladium if that's what you're into. But either way, we believe in physical hard assets that we can hold in our hands that is always by our side. Now, many of you watching this may believe in other things as well, and it's very possible that the reason that we all stack silver is different from one another. It's possible that you stack it because you think silver is undervalued and that the dollar is going to crash and silver and gold will become real money again. It's possible you're stacking it because you believe that silver is going to run up to $100+ an ounce and you want to cash out when it gets there so you can make a bunch of money. That would be those that look at silver kind of like GameStop or the next AMC or the next Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, we all have the same goal, and that's to accumulate as much of this precious metal and other precious metals as we can. But in today's video, I want to talk about something a little bit different. Now, this is technically in relation to holding a physical asset such as silver and gold, but we are going to talk about the Metaverse. I know that's a weird thing for a silver stacking channel to bring up, but I read this article over on Kitco that I thought I would share with you guys because it was mind-blowing to me just thinking about it. Now, before we get into this video, before we look at this article, I will say that I'm not necessarily super versed on the Metaverse, and a lot of people will say that what I'm holding in my hand is a boomer rock and I have no idea about technology. Even though I've been around, I've known about cryptocurrency since nearly the beginning, 2011, 2012, and I even have crypto like Bitcoin wallets to prove it. I don't believe in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, mainly because I believe it as an avenue for people to take advantage of others. And FTX is a really good example. Back in the day, Mt. Gox, I was around for that as well. And there will be others as well. Imagine what would happen to the whole crypto market if Binance went the way of FTX. Can you imagine? But we're going to take a look at this article over on Kitco talking about the Metaverse. Let's get into it, but really quick, guys, if you haven't done so yet, don't forget to subscribe. We are almost at 100,000 subscribers, and we'll be having our biggest silver giveaway ever for you subscribers when we get there. So make sure you click the button and take a look at this giveaway from today's video sponsor as well. Did you know that right now SD Bullion is giving away an entire sealed monster box of 2022 Silver Eagles? Yes, you heard that right. That is 500 ounces of 1 ounce Silver Eagles. They are giving them away right now. If you would like your chance to win, make sure you head to sdbullion.com/silverseeker or click the link in the description below. And thank you to SD Bullion for sponsoring today's video. So here's the article we're talking about, and this is written by Ernest Hoffman and posted on kitco.com. I'll put a link to the article in the description below if you want to go give Ernest a view or a read or whatever it's called when people read your blog post. But this is written by Ernest, and there's a link down below. And we're going to start off with the title. It says, "The Sandbox Metaverse opens land sales in new virtual neighborhoods." And then the first line here, it says, "The Sandbox, which is a leading decentralized metaverse platform and a subsidiary of Animica Brands, announced the sale of over 1,900 virtual land parcels on Tuesday." Now, what really blows me about this article, and if you go down here and read this, it says that the Sandbox's metaverse contains 166,464 lands valued at over $1 billion based on the average price of the 100,000 lands sold to date. Now, if we grab a calculator here and we do the math from this article, so if we have $1 billion, so that is a 1 and 9 zeros, and we divide that by 166,464, that is just over, on average, $6,000 versus virtual land piece. So this, keep in mind, the Metaverse is basically a created artificial world, which a lot of people, for example, Mark Zuckerberg of Meta, formerly Facebook, who's trying to create the Metaverse and this huge virtual world that we all live in, that we all work in, they're selling fake land, virtual land out of this Metaverse at an average price of $6,000. Now, I love that this thing is decentralized, but at the same time, it's the company that is selling all of the lands first out. So the reason I bring this up is, and it's regard to silver and gold. That's what we stack. That's what we talk about on this channel. Is that is just one example of the way of things like NFTs. And I think owning a land in a Metaverse, or at least with the Sandbox, is considered owning an NFT. That is one of those things that 100%, it's crazy to me because it 100% depends on being, connected to the internet It depends on having electricity. It runs on servers, which use a lot of energy, and a lot of these people that are into things like NFTs in the virtual world are also about green energy and preserving the planet and cutting down on carbon emissions. So it's funny to me that they would at the same time be interested in living in a virtual world. In my opinion, it's things like this that are really a good way to kind of live up to the old adage of a fool and his money soon part. My dad used to say that. I know he didn't come up with it, but he used to say it to me all the time. And I think it really kind of plays home when you think about things like this, when you think about people spending thousands or tens of thousands, or some people even hundreds of thousands of dollars so that they could immerse themselves into a fake world. And the question I have with things like this is, what is the goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Are you really just trying to waste your time from the time that you join the metaverse until you die? Or are you just trying to pass the time? Or do you want to do something productive with your life? When I was young, I remember going to the store to buy a video game. I'd come home with it. I'd play it in the evenings. I'd play it on the weekends, whenever I had some free time, but I didn't involve my entire life into it. And it certainly didn't cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. You know, your AAA games were like $50 or $60, and that's what you spent. You went home, you played the game, you enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, you got up in the morning and you went and you did something productive. You went to school, you went to work, you learned something, you did something that helped yourself, helped your family, helped others. And I just don't understand where, you know, especially when you look at like the Facebook or metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg is trying to create. I know this one is not that. But when you look at that, he's talking about a world where you go to work in the world, you do everything in this. Well, I have news for Mr. Zuckerberg. People still need to be able to pay for their house and their electricity, their access to the internet, their computer, or whatever other technology they need to connect to that. They also still need to be able to eat real food. They need to be active so they can stay in shape and not have major health problems in their younger age. They need to not sit in front of a computer for the 16 hours a day that they are awake before they go to bed. So it doesn't make sense to me. And additionally, when you're wasting all of your time inside of something like a metaverse, what are you accomplishing in real life? How is that going to affect your family as well? It's a lot of things that people don't think about when they see something like this, and it's a really good reason why I believe things like that will fail. So how does that relate to silver? Well, I think the whole thing that made me think about, you know, talking about silver in regards to that article is this precious metal right here, this finite metal that has actual industrial uses, that is considered real money for thousands and thousands of years, was considered real money for thousands and thousands of years, still is by me and others, is $22 an ounce, and a virtual piece of fake land in a fake world is $6,000 that they expect you to invest your entire life into. Everything that you do from wake till close, you work in the metaverse, and then you go to parties in the metaverse. You hang out at Tony Hawk's house like they had in there, or FaZe, which is, I believe, a video game like team or something like that, like competition, whatever, like a team that competes in video game events, whatever. Anyway, you get to be around you get to be closer to the celebrities that you would never be able to be close to in real life, the people that you idolize. And I really think it's unfortunate that we live in a world where that is something that anyone would even want to do. I think at the end of the day, what really blows my mind about the entire situation, and we'll get off of this because I know this entire video has been a rant, but it really just, when I read the article, I just wanted to make a video. I wanted to get my thoughts out there. I think what really hits home to me is the fact that people would even want to do this instead of participate in real life. Now, I'm aware that life is hard for a lot of people, and maybe this is their way to escape, but I don't think this is the right way to escape. I mean, there's so many better things that you could be doing. There's so many ways that you could improve there's so many ways that you can improve your existence than, jacking into a world for 16 out of 24 hours a day, or 18 or whatever it is, minus what you sleep, and take your time to eat. So I don't know. That's just kind of my rant for the day, guys. I know this is kind of off topic, but it really is on topic, but it's not on topic. But I wanted to bring it to you, and I hope that you enjoyed my little rant here. So let me know what you guys think down below. I know that, I'll say this to kind of finalize the video. I know that I am not an expert on the metaverse. I know quite a bit about crypto, more than people give me credit for, but I don't know a whole lot about the metaverse. And what I know of it, I'm not interested in learning more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.